Good morning, Nikki. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well. We're getting started here, both of us in different parts of the planet than where we live, right?
Oh, exactly. So it's really great, and I feel really pleasure being in California today. And I met you yesterday. It was a great insight, learning a lot of things from you. So today we gather here to discuss about the brand design and the concept behind Ageless Evolution Longevity Summit. So do you want to say something before that? Like how does it look like last month working with the design concept and everything related to event design for Ageless?
Yeah. Well, part of what we do here with this show is that we teach the behind the scenes kind of activities. We give the insights of lots of different founders. And so I'd say in the last month, we have lots to be able to tell about design, how to repurpose content because of all the designs that you've made, the videos. I'm looking forward to you talking about, though, the very beginning, where you came up with the concept of what this logo should be for the Ageless Summit. You want to share that?
Definitely. So it all started like 2 months before when Nick and Sandra reached out to Market Me More, and they wanted to, come up with a very nice concept, very different from the last time what they did. So it took good amount of effort and amount of time as well to came up with a different concept. And I think we presented some 8 9 concept, and out of that the best was selected what we have designing it from the last few months, right? So I have the whole slide ready for you to show, because being designer is not just talking, it's about like showing things, right? Because I believe in showing rather than no, because as a being designer the work talks itself, right? So let me present my screen.
So we're going to get the inside scoop of what you were thinking and why you rebranded Ageless Evolution Summit the way that you did.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
All right. So this is especially I have done for this call, and let to be very frankly, I'm telling you, it has to be like very professional. So I try to be as good as possible, because again, like it's being showing things rather than talking, right? So let's talk about a little bit of Ageless event. So the people already know about the core theme of the event, about the longevity. It's about the longevity science. It's about aiming at extending human lifespan, holistic wellness, about maintaining well-being and a balanced lifestyle, innovative technology, about empowering individuals to take the control of their health, and community and collaboration, about to foster connection and share knowledge, right? So this was the core theme that was given to us at the beginning, and based on these things I did good amount of research and tried to came up with ideas to start the logo and the concept. All right. So coming to the logo and the design concept. So what I'm going to present now will be the final logo outcome that was selected, because I really don't want to show all the logos, because it gonna take a good amount of time to show everything, right? So this was the logo that was the finalized version of Ageless Evolution Longevity Summit, and this got a good amount of votes, and this became this year's logo and theme of Ageless Evolution Longevity Summit. So to explain this concept, I would like to explain the background and the you see the design behind it, the bubbles. That's called actually blobs, right? So to understand the logo, we have to understand what's that design behind that blobs is for, right? Let's talk about that first. So this blob actually is the evolution process from a circle, right? How a circle evolved to something. Since I'm not showing the final evolution thing, it shows only the process, right? Because it's a journey, it's a process. Evolution is a process. I want to capture that thing. So this is the way I imagine how the evolution can be from a very circle to a different shape. Similarly, if a circle evolved into three shapes, so how the design will look like, right? So this is the whole concept behind it, about the shape. I call it blobs. So it has action, like, because it's in action, so it's the evolution in action, right? It shows transformation, it shows adaptability, and it has continuous growth factor to it, right? So overall, speaking to our summit course, believe that longevity isn't about adding years, it's about evolving in body, mind, and purpose. So this was the concept behind these blobs. So these are the like derivatives of the different shapes that we're going to use over all the collaterals in the media. Now coming to the logo itself, you see I tried to merge ageless with evolution. So the best way to connect ageless with evolution was to, like, if I connected G with V in the same way, like how evolution is going to happen, right? So that was the final outcome you see in the below section of it. So yeah, the connection of L to T and the dot of I with O. So it's like merging each other and coming out with something new to the evolution process.
So
So this.
tell me about the colors. Tell me about why you chose those colors this slide.
Oh yeah, this is the color scheme that we chose because if you like saw the last year, it was quite just one color green, and I wanted to make it more lively because it's about living the life with joy, right? So I cannot be have like boring colors, and I choose gradient because it shows transition. Evolution is a process of transition, right? So these are the like more prominent and more contrasting colors where we can use it. So again, green is very joyful. Both the colors very joyful, and it connect with human longevity and joyfulness and the growth factor to it. So these are the like whole true meaning behind the color and the transition. This was the key visual that was finalized, and you have visited if the to our Ageless site also. This is the first screen, the first banner flash screen that you see. So yeah, this was the key visual that we adapted to different mediums. So whether it's a standee or a banner, if you go to the website design of it, so you can see there is a transition of speakers coming, going, the colors are changing. So I try to be a little bit interactive with this whole website. You have the banner, you have the last year video, gives you the glimpse of the whole overall event, how it was last year, and it could be more than what it was last year, right? Because there are a lot of things going to happen. So these are the few pictures. This was the agenda that was finalized like last week. These
Nice.
are the speakers sections, and you have good amount of speakers that going to be speaking to the event summit. You have the Ageless after party where Lawrence Beeman is coming and is going to blow your mind with his notes and the tone. These are the speaker sponsors and the speaker section and the partner section. And you have the venue detail, good amount of pictures then be added, and you have sponsors section. So if you go to the package viewers package, so this was also a slide that we did it, and it gives you a good amount of idea about how what will going to happen to the summit, right? So again, thanks to Nick and Sandra for giving us the opportunity to design this whole event in a new perspective. These are the thing that you can go through the site and get the information what going to happen. There is a LED cube for immersive experience. Yeah, the packages details and venue details, the layout, the teams. You have me and Nikki as well here. So yeah,
They have a
this,
full community. They really are backed by a good community there.
yeah, exactly. So in terms of like flow of the whole literals, in terms of design, this is how it came, and I really tried really hard to make it as much as colorful and very professional in terms of the design, the layout, the aesthetics, right? This will be going to be at venue or the main wall at the venue. This is the major wall where people are going to come and take pictures. It has all the sponsors, checkered backdrop where you can click pictures, and you can do a live video, or maybe you can record something and post it. These were the t-shirt design that I did initially, and I actually made it a sample for it and try to make sure that color comes out really correct. I got it printed done in India, and I'm getting it along with me to the event. These are the badges and lanyard. You see the colors are really popping out because it's an RGB, so I tried to print it to check the color how it will come in the real life. So these are the outcomes. These are just the samples and really came out really well. These are the few designs in real life and in design, like how to look on screen and in real life, right? So I try to be as practical as possible, right? So it's just not the design, it's just you to like see how it comes in real life as well. So these are the extension version of the banners, how the color will flow in different mediums, right? Agenda sections. So these are the speaker sections that will be there on stage and people will be talking. So that was the end of the presentation. Thank you so much, Nikki. I really want to tell, like, event design has always been a
Well,
forte, and
I'm really appreciative that you went through and you took the time to put those together.
Thank you. Just for a note, like event design is just not about like creating
Must be having
visuals
some
that
internet.
really look good. It's about making people feel something special the moment they walk into the event, right? Because color you choose, the texture, the every detail that you make to the design, right? Everything has to connect with people emotions and energy. If your design can do that, then you'll be able to differentiate between a good design and a meaningful design. So yeah, thank you so much for, I hope this presentation gave you a little bit of insight about the design concept behind the Ageless. So if you're watching this and if you're attending the event tomorrow, guys, and so I'd love to meet you, shake hand, and maybe collaborate on something as amazing and meaningful as Ageless Evolution Longevity Summit. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, what was it that you had just said that I missed?
I was giving my final note. I mentioned about event design that it's not about like creating visual that really look good, but it's about like making people feel something special the moment they walk into the event, right? Because you have the colors, you have put some special effort, putting textures, putting details to the event design, and it means to connect with your audience, emotions and energy. So if you can like bring this to your design, then you will be able to differentiate between a good design and a meaningful design.
Sure. On top of making a design that you just walk and you appreciate, we've also made, as far as in person, the event, we've made these virtual images. So, like, we have social media cards where the speakers can be able to present themselves. And it was tactical. There would be once a week where the speakers and the partners were given, like, hey, you have this card, it has your face on it, and it has the image. And repeatedly, we kept. Sorry, my internet's just not good. But we kept pushing the brand. And that's the thing, is having that consistency in the brand, everything from what you're going to see before the event happens to when you show up. Tell us about the speakers. You've created this screen that's going to go behind the speakers. Tell us about that.
Since it's something slightly different from the design that we are doing previously, because I try to be a little bit of more in terms of like modern design and like slightly added to futuristic, and try to add a little bit of concept called glass morphism. So it's a little bit of different than what we are seeing before in terms of social media on the apps or maybe LinkedIn. So it's the moment the person comes, the speaker comes, there has to be a slide in the background, right? Which will describe the designation, what the author is, what the speaker is all about, right? What he has done so far. So it gives you a very professional way of presenting his bio on the screen before he arrives. So people have a little bit of understanding, right? The speaker is coming and he's going to be the limelight of the stage at the moment for 15 minutes or maybe a 20 minute or half an hour. So that's the thing. Then he can start his presentation.
Anyhow, I continue this because putting the voice behind the event, going back into doing events, they're doing them in person, doing them virtual, because that's a way to be able to create presence for yourself, to amplify your voice. And so Ash has put so much work into this. And Ash, I would love to tell me about the expectations that you have when you get there, because you've made all of these designs. We've sent them to a printer. Tell me about, what you're expecting, because one of your biggest concerns with printing is that if you don't have the right printer, the right partner for the vendor, that it could be that the colors that you've picked don't show up the way that you think they're going to.
Oh yeah.
How do you find someone that can help you to make it?
I had been doing event design like past 10 years, and I was doing designing event design in India, right? So in India, it's pretty available everything, right? Because we have things that's available pretty easy, right? So we have vendors and we have color options, and they can build anything on the structures, right? In terms of, so it's not like based on any template. The moment you start thinking creatively, you design a kind of different structure which doesn't exist, right? So they can create it. But as far as in US, it's mostly template based, because creating something which is out of scope, it will be a little bit of a task, and then it will take a good amount of money, and you need to have good amount of budget to create that. But at the time also is the concern thing. So we have decided that we should go for the template based designs. So we try to figure out the vendors where we can get the printing options done. So really thankful to Nikki and Sandra again to get Matt to the team for all our collaterals printing. It's very important that the event materials are designed in a way that the color doesn't change when we are seeing what on the screen and what we are seeing on the print, the medium, right? Mostly it happens because RGB is different and same work is different. So we made sure, like before the event also, we made sure that color comes correct when we are printing what we're seeing on screen and what we're getting in real life, right? So I'm really thankful because Matt has that kind of understanding because he's doing printing business for very long, and he suggested the kind of color that we should be using in CMYK, and he gave a good amount of all the templates that was the basis for all the print that you're gonna see on the event day. The arches, the banner, the floor stickers, the carpet, the registration desk, and everything will be based on template. And I think the color really had came out very really well because he has shown some glimpse of it. So yeah, few of the things that you should take care of before while designing events is the color, because if you're choosing very bright color like we have chosen in this event, so you have to be very sure if it's coming on the screen correct way and the print medium also in the correct way. So you have to do good amount of samples to see which color is coming perfect. So make sure to learn because error happens while we are learning. So that's how we learn, right? To do the errors, right? We are human beings. So yeah, that was the thing.
Excellent. So it starts with thinking about the brand. You're planning what the story is behind the logo, and then you're designing from there. And so everything that you're thinking of, that's going to affect the entire event, which comes from the beginning of the social media, the email posts, the website, all the way to when you show up. So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow when we show up to the event. I guess today we'll be starting to set up. Ash, you're going to be
Yeah.
helping with the layout. And then
So
tomorrow we start at 8:30.
yeah, amazing. I'll be today at event and I'll be like making sure everything's coming out correct to the position because we have the layout and I think Nick and Sandra will be a little late. So our job responsibility will be to make sure things coming out correct position and the placement are good according to the layout. So I think this is also one of the tasks when we are doing event design. You have to make sure things are coming out correct in a correct position because again people will be coming and the clicking pictures, right? So all your banners, all the designs has to be there in the right place. So you have to take care of everything from the designing to the execution. That's what event designer do.
Yeah. And you've had a great opportunity working with Sandra, being a designer herself, having the layouts and everything. It's not just having a banner, but placing the banner in a place somewhere it would be visible and it's appropriate.
It's a great advantage when a client itself know who is a designer, right? Because tasks become much easier because then the client will understand. Sandra literally understand a lot of things which is really difficult for the people from non-designing background in terms of the color, in terms of the alignment, the placement, things and everything. She has done layouting by herself. She has made good amount of corrections also. So it's really I appreciate Sandra because she has that keen to eye for detail, right? So it was a collaboration of both of us to make this thing possible, and yeah, really, it really came out really well. All the logos, the colors, thanks to her.
Yeah. Sandra and Ash, the superheroes behind design.
And thank you, Nikki, for all the support. Thank you, Nick, for everything, for the support, for hosting this website in Webflow and making the whole experience very seamless. And I hope the future also will be as good as this one. So let's hope for the best and do our best.
There's a huge group of people that we'd love to say thank you to. And I don't know that we can name all of them. I'll
Oh,
probably
yes.
chop it, but I'll put it into the comments because there are very many people that have helped with sponsorships, people that
Oh,
are going to exhibit there to show off their healthcare solutions. We have partners that are helping with advertising for tickets. So it's going to be tomorrow starting at 8:30 in Mountain View at the Ameswell Hotel. Please join us at Ageless Evolution Summit. And we look forward to seeing you. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, go to agelessevolutionsummit.com. And we look forward to talking with you about the event. If you have more questions for your own events, if it's something that you want to learn more about, just let us know. And we'll do another episode talking about how we're going to take the recorded version of the event and we're going to repurpose it. We're going to turn it into lives. We'll put it into a YouTube channel and we'll make pretty much a master's class out of the 20 plus speakers that are going to be there. Ash, do you have
thank you
any
so much.
last notes to give our audience?
All right, yeah. So if you are attending to event tomorrow, I'll like love to meet you guys, and we have so much of things to like discuss for the event. If we can like collaborate on something just as amazing as and meaningful like what we have done like today for Ageless Evolution on JP Summit. So thank you guys, and hope to see you soon tomorrow.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye bye.